Alright guys, what is up? It is Gnomes. I'm here in a game between DevilsRath and BelaLugosi. I was given this recording by Saforge, so I haven't played in a while, and he said, hey, I have some games recorded, but I haven't been able to voice over them, so can you do that? And I said, yeah, sure, why not? So that's what I'm going to be doing here. So this is going to be Saforge. He's the one who gave me this video. And it's going to be DevilsRath versus BelaLugosi. This should be a great game. Both of these players are pretty good, or very good, actually. DevilsRath being, obviously top 5 to top 10, or no, top 10 to top 5, maybe even top 3 best players that the game has ever seen, right? Now, a lot of people always talk about the old days. Oh, yeah, this player was good. Nowadays, nobody knows. Night Watch out. Okay. That's nice. Nice of Saforge to show me that. I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, like a lot of people will be like, oh yeah, the old days, that was true skill. And I think sometimes it's a bit seen with rose-tinted glasses, you would say, right? So you think of the good old days where everybody was better, everything was more fun, everything was brighter and whatnot. But I think that, and I obviously can't be sure, I do think that back in the day there were more well-skilled or, really good players. But I don't think it's to the extent that a lot of the people, the old players, make it out to be, right? I just find that a bit weird, that they always say, oh yeah, no, any of the top 100 back then could beat our top 1. I'm like, really though? I'm not sure if that's true, but we'll see. This is a really cool game though, for a few reasons. One, thematically, this is fun because dwarves, they actually turned in, at least as far as I know, historically, or at least in the game lore, the dwarves turned into Draksar, I think, because of some type of, radiation. I don't remember. There was something that happened, some split or something, and the dwarves turned into Draksar. So that's why it's kind of interesting that we have Draksar versus dwarves. So thematically, this is fun. And secondly, which is also cool, is these are two themes. Mark of Elmara being shown here by Saforge. These are two themes that do very well in Phalanx, right? So we have the dwarves that have, what do they have? Do they have boost? No, they don't have boost, but they do have Sermon. Oh, they both have Sermon. Yeah, look, Sermon on the Draksar High Priest, as well as, ooh, he's only 74 Nora. Not bad, with immunity magical too. He is 40 Nora though, or 40 HP, sorry. Yeah, Sermon and then Sermon, exactly. So that's what Saforge is showing, really cool. So it's Sermon versus Sermon. It's like late game. It's like these type of battle groups that are pretty linear, kind of. I think in the end, oh, this is a hard choice. I personally would put my bet on dwarves as like an overall, like if you played best of 1,000, right? Then I would say that it's like 600 to 400, the dwarves will win. I think dwarves are a bit better. But it's so damn close. And it also matters, even though Draksar can be really insane too, right? Because they all have that innate late game. Here we have the Master Axeman with the plate armor. So he has block, unstoppable, defense, right? And because he has provision defense, look at him. He now has resilient. Yeah, he has the unstoppable because of provision. He has 7 defense, exactly. Look at that. And he's 63 Nora for 55 HP. So really high base HP as well. Yeah, 4 defense and resilient. He is now Earthbound and Lumbering though. So if he can run away, that'd be not bad for him. The Unstoppable will actually be really nice here as well, just because the High Marshal that just went top has Punish, but it won't really work here, right, with the Unstoppable. But thing is, he doesn't have enough damage out right now, because it's 7 plus Resilient. So he needs at least, no, he needs more than 11? He needs 12 damage to do anything. Refute worked right there. What was refuted? War Banner only. All right, that's a good move by BelaLugosi. Only the War Banner was refuted. So that, yes, Warbanner to me, I always value it highly, but Refute is also, I think, like 40 Nora. So I don't think Lugosi cares that much there. He's happy with that trade. Yeah, this won't do any damage. He should not attack here. Wait, with Sermon? Yeah, now he will do damage. Now he can, right? He has to be at least 11, I said. He kind of wants to be closer, though, because he wants that Violent to go off. But yeah. So yeah, what's cool about Draksar is if they have like a long kind of battle, a battle that's kind of like back and forth, I think they do really well because of the Violent, right? And they have regen. So they slowly just kind of heal up with time. and they keep getting damage with time. And they also have Sermon and Boost, or not Boost, but Sermon and Warbanner, just like the IS champions have. The positive about IS, though, is they have the Brew, right? So there you can have the Warbanner, the Brew, and the Sermon. The Warbanner, the Brew, and the Sermon. So then you have plus 15. What is this? Okay, that gives Rend, I believe. That's blocked, exactly. Yeah, that was blocked. Ooh, yeah. So Rend 3. And Race Draksar gets Flame Strike. So he has Flame Strike now, which is not bad. Is that rank regen 3, actually? I wasn't paying attention. I assume it is. Let me see the Nora cost, then I'll know. Once I see the Nora cost of the... I wasn't really paying attention. I keep talking about other things. Ooh, 14 damage on him, though. Look at that. Because of Sermon, right? Yeah, 71 Nora. So I'm pretty positive that's rank regen 3. So this will be 11 plus... No, because minus... How much defense does he have? 2. So minus 4. So 11 minus 4 is 7. And then 9. But he regens 3 of it back, right? Ooh, is that 8 defense now, though, for some reason? He got 1 more? How? Wait. How did the Axeman get 1 more defense? I'm not sure about. Yeah, right now you see Saforge moving to see, or he was looking at the squares at where the hidden champion could be, right? Because there's that stealth champion. All right, so he actually uses the Instill Panic to get rid of the Sermon. Was that a Warbanner? I think that was Warbanner. How much damage is this now? Now it's 9 instead of 7. He got plus 2. And then 11. But look, he just, yeah, exactly. Oh, he heals for 4. He only healed for 4 there. I'm pretty positive. Yeah, exactly. So it's only regen rank 2. Never mind then. I'm actually okay with regen rank 2, especially in SL, just because if you run anything with, what is it, Empathy, which Draksar do have, right? Draksar have the, was it High Marshal? No, I think it's High Marshal. The High Marshal has Empathy, and then you don't really want to run rank regen of 3. So, and secondly, if you're in the font zone, you also get another rank. So I'm actually okay with rank 2 of regen on SL champs sometimes, especially champs that are often in like a phalanx. Though if you have like a champion that is generally meant for solo play, like it's going to go to the fonts, to the edge fonts and kind of harass, then you might want rank regen of 3, right? But yeah. Because that champion is always in combat with its other friendly champions, the Spell Sword, just because it has the Spell Aegis or whatever. Not Spell Aegis. Was it? Spell Resistance thing? Yeah. All right, so he's moving forwards. He's a bit scared here. He doesn't really want to die because he equipped, exactly. The Spell Sword did equip something, so you really don't want to let it die. So I'm thinking yeah, and that's what Saforge is thinking here too, exactly. He puts a Relic down. Pretty good idea. He does a Strike. Ooh, that's important. Strike is out now. That's really nice for him. Sadly, there was no way for him to attack first, right? He would have always had, because he always needed to place it there so he can block off his retreat. So there's no way for him to attack with Strike and then retreat, because he'd have to deploy the Relic first. Look at this. That champion is insane, by the way. The Centurion, 71 Nora. Like, look at that. Battlemaster 2, Regen 2, Bulwark. He's at 60 HP for an SL champion, right? 3 defense, and then plus SL bonus. You're at 5 defense. Protective, violent, yeah. That champion's like all around. I don't know what it does. It does everything, though. What did he put on him? Strike, exactly. So he put Strike on, with the Slum Market, he put Strike on the Spell Sword. Now, the only ability on that, not the High Marshal, but the Priest right there, the one that's distracted, is the Sermon. So the distraction doesn't matter as much. It's more so that he got rid of the Sermon in the first place. Yeah, he's just going to kill the Slum Market. Good idea. Make sure there's no more, like, he could kill it next turn too, but killing it this turn is nice, just because it allows him to make sure that no more Strike will come out. Oh, there's the Throw Axe that just went off. It is right now 4 champions versus 3, though, because he used 2 spells, right? DevilsRath used 2 spells. He used Refute, and he used... Wait, didn't he use 2? Oh, yeah, and then Instill Panic, right? So that's already 60 Nora. And he used the Warbanner in that last turn, while BelaLugosi's only been deploying, which I think is actually a good play, because he has enough to stay in the font, right? Like the spells that were played were not big enough to cause Lugosi to have a significant disadvantage. Look at that! DK, 73 HP, 17 damage. Melee Specialist 2, and Loyalty. Look at that. Big boy. Yeah. Look at that. Because it's Loyalty, it's plus 15. So War Banner, Loyalty, and Sermon. And then, yeah, there's the Flame Strike, by the way. Oh, that works with Strike? Or that just ignores defense always? No, not always. Huh. Anyway, so Loyalty, War Banner, Brew, possibly, and Sermon. Puts him at plus 20. So you can have him at like 78 HP with that DK. And Dwarven King is such an old school cool champion, right? Like, he was just... I remember back in the day, people would play Grimlick's Mirror on him, and it would just be him. And that's also because Warcry stacked. So you'd have 4 of these, like... you'd have Grimlick, you'd have KF, IS mix with tons of DKs. Because all the Warcry stacked, so if you were surrounding one champion and you just hit 3 times, you get plus 6 Nora or AP and all. That was cool. Wait, I didn't see that. Okay. Judge Torian. Again, chilling over there. He's fine with, staying back a little bit if he wants. It's not a horrible idea for BelaLugosi. He's going to hit once. Like I said, the punish won't work, but might as well do some damage. What is kind of sad for him, though, is he's not getting any value from the Violent yet. Yeah, it doesn't even do any damage here. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's exactly perfect defense to prevent damage there. Because they're resilient, exactly. And that's what Seth was just showing there. Yeah, moving his tank forwards. And he has his spell sword in the back to regen. So, and remember, regen 2 is actually really good. If you think of the Snake Charmer, right? Often the Snake Charmer is played with heal rank 2. How much is that every 4 turns? Well, that's 8 healing every 4 turns, right? Well, how much is regen 2? Well, it's also 8 healing every 4 turns. So any champion with regen 2 basically has a Snake Charmer healing it every 4 turns. If you can, I mean, you don't have to think of it that way, but it makes me feel good. So that's how I think of it sometimes. So, the detection, I see. Okay. I was wondering why he played the Forerunner. It's not a horrible champion, but it's a bit iffy to me sometimes because there's so many good Draksar champions. Like, it's insane how many good... Like, you can play a Highlander Draksar battle group, and it will just be good. Like, you don't even feel bad for not 2xing on some of the champions. Yeah, there you go. A bit risky, but I think he's okay. Yeah, it's actually fine. It's a bit risky to play the Beer Maiden just because now you have a support out and the DK so far back. But I think it's fine because he has to be afraid of the Night Watch, right? So it's fine to do this. Yeah, now there's the Brew Maiden, which not only is Invigorate awesome, Shatter is awesome, and yeah, the regen that'll come out of it because of it. He has to be afraid. Next turn with regen, with Invigorate, we could see a kill. Though the Axeman is still lumbering. Ooh, so he does play 2x of the deploy top. Yeah, 2 of the Centurions. So he's playing 2 Centurions, which is fine. Like I said, you can play Draksar fully Highlander and not feel bad just because so many of their champs are just like, you wouldn't know what's better than the other. Like, you say, is this better? Is this better? I don't know. So you can you're fine with playing everything Highlander. But on the other hand, Centurion is probably the best Draksar. So playing 2 of those is completely normal as well. Like, look at the comparison between... I mean, actually, can you even say that? Because yes, Centurion is insane, but if you look at the Axemen, it's also insane. So he moves forward with the Centurion. Good idea, Ooh, should have moved in for the Violent if he wants to hit. Though, does he have the damage, right? He needs to use the Sermon just to get over that damage cap. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6 versus 4, 5. So it's 5 versus 6. But mid is held pretty well by Devils, right? Because we have the double tap coming out from the Cardinal, as well as I think the DK can hit here with the Invig. Is he in range? I can't press D and find out, but yeah. Well, the positioning on that Legionnaire is actually so good that he can't really be it can't be hit by both melee units, so he's pretty safe. Also, like I said, he's fucking 5 defense, so you're never killing that thing. 60 HP, 5 defense, protective. I love that champion, by the way. It's just so like well built. It's kind of, that champion reminds me of the what's it called? See, exactly. Here's the Invig to move in. I was wondering if he was going to do that. But then why didn't he do this first? Actually, it doesn't really matter, right? He's not in range for the Warcry anyhow. Yeah. Well, would he have been? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, he wouldn't. Okay. What's I going to say? Oh, he's going to shatter so that he can run, so that he's not lumbering. No, he's not. Okay, never mind. I thought I was going to. Anyway, so I was saying the Centurion. I say he's about as good as the... what's it called? Grundlewolf Alpha. Grundlewolf Alpha is another one of those champions that I think are really strong because they're just so built so like well together. Because Grundlewolf Alpha has Calcify, Regen, Life Siphon, and Deep Wounds. So you can't kill it in one turn because of the Calcify. But you also, if you don't one turn it, then it regens back or it heals back because of regen and because of Life Siphon plus Deep Wounds. So it's just like it's one of those champions that you're like, wait, why is this even allowed? Like they just combo well together. Obviously, you never see the Grundlewolf Alpha, but and then same goes for this Centurion, where it's like it's high defense, but it's also high damage somehow, but it's also a support or a tank. Like it's just somehow cool, and it's not even that expensive, right? At 71 Aura, it's pretty cheap. All right, so there we go. All right, wait, did you just play Firestorm? Really? That's 60 Nora, yo. He just played 60 Nora Firestorm. But does he have the kill? That was not a horrible play. He needs that font back ASAP. He needs to get in range here, though. Or he should get in range, exactly, of the Violent. Does he have the kill there? He has 1, 2. Exactly, move in for the commander here. He doesn't have the kill, though, ever. Like, he has defensive strike, sure. But the Unstoppable Champion's going to ruin it. Does he have Quickening? No. He already used the Firestorm. Firestorm is 60 Nora. And how much is that Night Watch? I think the Night Watch is like 63, right? I want him to click on the Night Watch. How much is it? I think he already did, but I wasn't paying attention. I should be paying attention more to what Staffforge is showing. So Centurion, Battlemaster, Forerunner, 60 Nora for the 4. Okay, I can see him being played then. I never thought he was good, but at 60 Nora, I mean, how can you say no? Ooh, double tap coming out. Is that guy dead? Yeah, he can move in, but then he has to move out again because he has a pretty awkward range. It's like 5'6" or something. Yeah, it's Night Watch, 63 Nora. So the Night Watch is 63 Nora, and he used Firestorm, which is 60 Nora. Or 55. It's like really expensive from the old days. So not exactly worth it against IS, but that's for fucking sure. Sermon again. He's now at 75 with 23 damage and Brew. Big boy. He's also, because he's in range of the melee specialist, right? He had to have moved back 1 with the... that was a misplay, yeah. He should have moved back 1 with the Spell Sword because he's now in range of the melee specialist. But it wouldn't have mattered. I think he had the kill anyway, so it's like whatever. Man. It's like both of these are like, dude, how do I move forward? Like there's so much damage. What do I do? The advantage for IS though being they have supports, right? SL doesn't really have supports. At least definitely not Draksar. SL has the Manticore, But you don't generally play Manticore and Draksar. I actually sometimes do. I'll play like 1x Manticore just because it's such a strong champion. Like, think of this. Oh, there's the Shatter? Oh, no, that's just, yeah, okay, no, this is just Shattering Blows or whatever. Anyway, if you think of this, imagine you have Draksar. All your Draksar, for whatever reason, because you have Defender in Draksar, by the way, because you have the Temple Guard, so you have Defender as well. So imagine you're playing Draksar. Also, there's the, oh, what's that champion called? The Legionnaire, maybe? No, I think I just said that before. There's this champion that has like a shield and a gun. I always find that really funny. Oh, one off. He has to hit with the Centurion. Yeah, kind of sad. He wastes like a few AP here. 4 AP he wastes in a way. He can get the Nora Globe and now start, attacking mid-fawn again. Anyway, what I was going to say is, if you have Defender, right, and you have Battlemaster, so you have Defender, you have Battlemaster, you have SL bonus, then playing once Manticore plus 2x Sandstorm, somehow, for me at least, sounds just amazing, right? Because then you have like 5 defense on all your champs just by itself, or maybe even 7 defense like on all your champs. And then, like with SL bonus, that is. So let's say all your champs have like 4 base because of Defender. Say they have 1 plus Defender is 3, plus Sermon is 4, plus SL bonus is like 6, right? So they all have 6 defense. And then if all of a sudden you're using Sandstorm as well with Manticore that can heal, plus the Sandblast from Manticore, I don't know. So that's one of those times where, yes, Draksar have so many good champions, it's hard to say, is it really a good idea to add a Manticore? But Manticore is so insane that I kind of always play one just because it's so strong. Okay, there's yeah, exactly. So he takes off the heavy mail or whatever, because it was getting a bit too, like, it's good when you're in a battle, but if you're trying to get to the battle, the lumbering just hurts so much. Look at 78 HP. That's what I said. He has plus 20 right now. He's 58 base and then plus 20, so he's an 80 HP champion right now, basically. Like, how do you ever kill that DK? 4 defense. Oh, that's funny. Ooh, Exorcist with Cleansing Flame, Hunter Meek. Yeah, not a horrible champion, not gonna lie. He was changed or buffed, right? Just Cleansing Flame in itself is kind of worth it because you have Cleanse and or, ooh, okay. That gives Bodyguard, I believe. Yeah, Bodyguard. And now this is where it's like, fuck, what do I do? Because like both of them are Phalanx champions, right? But BelaLugosi is just behind. He's like, he's a font down mid, and it's, let's see, 5-7 versus 5. So he's 2 champions down. He has no threat here. Like, there's no, like, if he was at least had a kill this turn, then it'd be 6 versus 5. But it's not even. He doesn't have anything he can even threaten, right? And it was all because he had to retreat mid because of that the Master Axeman with a mail, right? But then after that, he also wasted or used 60 Nora to kill top, and they had 3 champions top while his like mid just died. It was kind of hard. It was really hard, like what he could have done here. Has Priest used the Sermon yet? I don't remember. Oh, I didn't even see that. The Draksar, what is that called? Pursuer? No. Yeah, there's attack, spear, 7 speed. He's elusive too. Yeah, he's actually okay for 16 ore. Is actually really not bad. Because you can have, with Violent, you can kind of get damage after a while because you have 1-2 range, so you can stay kind of safe compared to others. You don't have to engage, that's what I'm saying. And you have Leap to run away. Here, Marine, it's called Marine. Has Hinder Movement, and I think that's Sapping Strike, actually. So that could be used here, kind of. But then he'd also be in danger. So using Sapping Strike would be kind of scary for him. The Judge, though, here, look at that. 16 damage on that Judge at the moment. Puts Strike on him. So it looks like he's going to go for like something with high defense, I have to assume. There you go, GG. So, good game. Where's your... Yeah. Anyway, good game by both of them. Like I said, I think the mid-game, what happened is that the DevilsRath got advantage early because of the hammer mail. And I think the refute was bad, or at least it didn't work out for him, right? It wasn't a bad play, it just didn't work out for him. And then he couldn't contest middle or anything, right? He didn't know what to do. Hard to say what he had to do there. Because I think retreating mid was the good idea. And even playing the Flame Strike was not a bad idea either, because you have to get your font back, right? That you can't just let him contest your top font and not have mid, right? You can't let him have 2 fonts up. But that was a hard play. Well, either way, it was fun. Very fun.